I'm very serious, Vanessa. I don't know why this should come as such a surprise. I warned you after we first talked about using Laurie as an intermediary whenever you wanted to talk to me that it wasn't a good idea. And this is the third time you've used our little code this morning. Hope's already making remarks about Laurie being as bad as Diane. Well, of course I don't want her to find out what we've been up to, or I'm really going to be in trouble. And it's not going to be so easy to talk my way out of it. Now, what is it this time, Vanessa?
Well, I'm waiting.
Morgan, I've already told you why I can't go on with these sessions.
And I've already told you that I don't believe you.
Well, then that is your problem because I told you the truth.
Then why can't you even look at me?
Look, you know, I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this.
You don't? I want to get into my senior year without starting off the year flunking.
Yeah, and I have to worry about my grades in med school, too, okay?
You won't have to worry about it. Two hours out of a day for the next couple of weeks. I mean, that won't make you flunk out. I mean, Kelly, I'm depending on you.
Look, Tim can help you out. He's good in both those subjects.
Not as good as you are, and you know that. That's why he asked you in the first place.
Listen, I have told you that I cannot go on with these sessions, and I have told you why. Now, if you want to get defensive about it and take it personally, then please be my guest, because nothing I can say is going to change your mind.
The truth would.
You know, I drove all the way over here to explain this to you personally instead of sending a message through Tim, which I could have done. And yet still the only person you can think of is yourself without considering anybody else or their problems.
I'm not like that.
Oh, yes, you are. And you're proving it right now. You know, I'm just really glad that I found out in time how wrong I was ever to offer to coach you in the first place.
I don't believe it. The great Kelly Nelson admitting that he was wrong about anything?
Yeah, I've been wrong about a lot of things.
No, not you. Not Mr. Perfect. You're never wrong about anything.
When your office has to find someone, Clarence, they don't waste any time, do they?
Well, if I was in England like Chet Stafford and my father's chances of pulling through were slim, I'd want to be notified as soon as possible, too.
Yes, exactly. And my brother will appreciate this information very much, believe me.
Well, I was going to call Chet Stafford myself and save you or your brother telling him the bad news, but when I called his office in London, his secretary told me he's on vacation somewhere in the Cotswolds and he can't be reached by phone.
And there's no way she can get a hold of him in an emergency?
Only by sending a special courier up to the Cotswold region to hand-deliver a message.
Well, look, is she going to do that for us?
Well, I told her I'd check with you, and you could check with your brother to see how he wanted to handle it, since it's pretty shocking news, you know?
Yeah, of course. Well, look, Clarence, I can't thank you enough for all you've done. And I'll be in touch with Justin, and I'll let you know how he wants to proceed.
Sure. I'll be here all day. Oh, listen now, before you hang up, Ross, can you tell me which way you're leaning on my offer to come to work for me?
Well, I'm not leaning at all. I accept. And as soon as Mike gets back from Europe, I'm going to sit down with him and discuss the move.
Good. Now, you won't be sorry, Ross. Even though the title is Assistant District Attorney, you'll have a tremendous amount of responsibility around this place. Of course, you'll have a tremendous amount of pressure, too.
Well, don't worry about that, Clarence. I do my best work under pressure.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Ivory Soap for clean, healthy-looking skin. And by All Fabric Bold. Get synthetics clean.
Has really helped my skin stay healthy-looking.
Helping skin stay healthy-looking. That's what Ivory's all about.
I don't know where Hope is. I just asked her for a glass of juice.
Well, I don't think she's forgotten you. She probably just went in the kitchen and saw your father and started talking to him. Hey, I think you're a really lucky young man.
Why?
Oh, did you ever think about how many people care about you? Of course, your mother's on the top of the list, but there's Justin, too. He likes you a lot. He loves you. And then we have, let's see,
and Hope now, and your father?
I guess. But I wish my mom would send a postcard or even call.
Well, Philip, you know, sometimes just because you don't hear from someone doesn't mean they're not thinking about you or caring a lot about you.
Well, it seems that way to me.
Well, it shouldn't.
Maybe not, but it does.
Eve, I've got a message for you from your sister.
Oh, what's up, Ruth?
She said the water's delightful, and she'd like you to come in and join her.
Oh, she won't have to talk me into that. I think I'm going to go. You want to come?
No, thanks. I'm going to wait here for Hope.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Joy, bye-bye. Well, I saw Hope about 10 minutes ago over by the pool house. I thought she was coming over here to see you.
Well, she was, except I asked her for some juice, and she went in, and I haven't seen her since.
That's odd.
Are you talking about Hope?
Yeah. Philip just told me that he saw her go in the house a few minutes ago.
It's funny. I was on the phone in the kitchen. I didn't see her come in.
Well, maybe she's changing into a bed.
Well, I doubt that. We've got to leave soon.
Well, why don't I go in the house and check?
Well, thanks, Bert. I'd appreciate it. So, you having a good time?
Yeah, it's okay. I wanted you to watch me dive, but you were inside on the phone.
Well, let's wait and see if Bert can find Hope, and then we'll both come and watch you, okay? You know, I'm really going to miss you when you go to the mountains tomorrow. From what I understand your plans, you're going to have a terrific time.
Well, I don't know yet. You see, Justin has a patient on the critical list, and he might not be able to take me.
You mean you're going to have to postpone your trip?
No. Aunt Jack is going to take me if Justin can't. And then Justin's going to come up later.
I saw that Mr. Stafford's being taken out of the ICU today. That must make you pretty happy.
Still going to keep him on an IV and the intra-aortic balloon pump for a while. If he keeps improving, we'll take him off those in a couple of days.
Has anybody been able to get in touch with any of his relatives to let them know what happened?
No, not yet, but I hope they do soon because he's far from out of danger.
Hi, Hillary. Dr. Waller.
Oh, hi, Kelly. Do you take care of that? Thanks.
What happened to you? You look like you've been through a war.
No, I didn't get much sleep last night.
Well, that's kind of funny. I thought you'd be exhausted after all that dancing you and Nola did at Dante's.
Very funny.
Well, kind of humorous. Not as funny as all those swimming lessons.
Oh, come on, Hillary.
Yeah, everybody seems to have forgotten, including Nola, that the first time she was in Ed's pool, she did an Esther Williams routine for us, and now she acts like...
You know, I think you better get that before this gets out of hand.
Good idea. Hello, fourth floor, Miss Bauer speaking.
Good afternoon. I'm trying to locate Dr. Justin Marler. His secretary told me I might find him on the fourth floor.
Yes, I believe he's still on the floor. Just a moment. Could I ask who's calling, please?
Yes, this is Lucille Wexler.
Oh, just a minute. Justin, it's Mrs. Wexler on the phone. Want me to have this transferred to your office?
No, that's all right. I'll take it right here.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to get back to work. See you later.
Yes, Lucille. What can I do for you?
Justin, I'm so glad I reached you. I've been out of town. I just got back last evening. Justin, I was wondering if you might be able to see me today.
Oh, my day's pretty filled up. I'm trying to go away on vacation tomorrow, and I've got a patient who's in extremely serious condition.
Oh, yes. Ross mentioned you had someone in intensive care. He's been on the critical list since he was brought into the hospital?
Well, I'm happy to say he's off the critical list now, but, of course, we still have to watch him closely. Lucille, does this have anything to do with your condition?
No, my heart seems to be fine. But I would appreciate it if you could just give me a routine examination. Anytime this afternoon that would be convenient for you.
Well, it's going to be impossible for me to see you during the normal hours today. I have surgery at 4:30. I'll tell you what, can you come in 7 o'clock this evening?
Certainly. And thank you for making the time.
It's quite all right. Give my best to Ben and Amanda.
I'll tell them. Goodbye, Justin.
Bye. Oh, boy. Hillary, make a note that Mrs. Wexler's coming in at 7 o'clock for an examination.
Sure.
Thank you.
Justin.
Oh, Ross, what a coincidence. I just got off the phone with your number 2 client.
Oh, Lucille?
None other.
Yeah, what'd you want?
She's coming in for a routine examination 7 o'clock this evening.
Oh. Well, anyway, I stopped by to tell you that I have Chet Stafford's address in London as well as his phone number.
Oh, great. Let's call him now.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. It's not going to be that simple. It seems he's out of London vacationing in an area called the Cotswolds, and you won't be able to telephone him for another week.
Well, that doesn't do us any good. I mean, his father could either be dead or well on the road to recovery. So much for that idea.
Well, no. I think I have a solution to that.
Good. What is it?
Well, I may be going to London myself on some other business, and I'd be happy to take a side trip to the Cotswolds and find Chet Stafford. That is, if you want me to.
Jennifer, would you call the car service for me, please? Asking for a car to take me to the hospital for my appointment.
Well, I already have, Mrs. Wexler. They'll be by to pick you up at 6:30, and then they're going to wait for you and bring you back. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, it was perfectly correct. And thank you for being so efficient. It's a blessed relief from the life I was leading here before you came to work.
Well, I heard you make the appointment with Dr. Marler, so I took it upon myself.
Absolutely correctly. Did Amanda call while I was changing?
No, and it's after 4. She must still be in the meeting at Spaulding Enterprises. Though I think she was, Mrs. Spaulding had tried to reach her, seemed very anxious to speak with her, actually.
Oh, that poor girl. She's only been married to Alan Spaulding for just a few months, and already she's realized what a mistake she made. Well, I really don't know why she called. It's wrong for me to assume that was the reason.
Well, she seemed to be crying when I spoke to her. And when I told her where Amanda was, she just hung up.
Jennifer, before I came down, I looked in on the bedrooms. They were lovely. Would you thank the daymaid for me?
Well, actually, I cleaned and straightened them up myself, Mrs. Wexler.
Well, there's no need for you to be doing maid's work.
Well, I wanted to get our things ready because we will be moving into our bungalow tonight.
Oh. Would you remember, please, to write down your telephone number so that I can contact you if I need you?
Actually, the telephone company's not going to be able to put the phone in for a couple of days, so I will tell you what it is as soon as I get it.
I see. Ross hasn't called, has he?
No.
That's funny. I left several messages for him at the office.
Well, he might be in court and hasn't received them.
Oh, perhaps.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize you were here.
That's all right. Come in, Morgan. Well, you look very different from the young lady I saw this morning. Elegant, looking as though she were on her way to a ball.
Well, I only wear that dress when I'm posing for Ben.
Oh, well, you look very lovely in it.
Thank you.
Jennifer, I'll be in the garden if you need me.
Thank you, Mrs. Wexler. So, how's the studying going?
It's not.
Morgan, I know you're disappointed about Kelly not being able to tutor you, but, you know, he has to think about himself and his own grades, too, you know.
I know that, but I hate myself for begging him to reconsider. It was so childish.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it is to me, because I don't ever want to have to depend on anyone for anything.
Yeah, well, you feel that way now, but when you get older, you realize that we all have to depend on other people at some point.
You don't?
Well, I didn't. Or I tried not to, but, you know, I've learned to depend on people and let them help me. And I rather like it.
You mean Mike Bauer, don't you?
Yes. I've leaned on him a great deal since we came to Springfield, even though I don't know him very well yet. That doesn't bother you, Morgan, does it?
No, I was just thinking that, well, even posing for Ben wasn't quite that much fun after Kelly left.
Well, it's only natural you feel disappointed.
Yeah, but it's more than just that. It's just sort of a strange, empty feeling. I've never really had it before.
You know, I think that feeling is going to disappear very quickly the minute Tim drops by for a visit.
The part of Jackie Spaulding is now being played by Carrie Mowry.
Look who I found on the unemployment line. Don't tell me you're applying for a job here at the shop now.
No, I just told Aunt Jackie I'd help unpack some cartons.
And put up some new stock on some shelves. Well, that's good. We can use all the help we can get around here.
Well, you got a lot of color this morning, Evie. A couple more days at Ed's pool, and you'll really have a gorgeous tan.
Well, thank you. We had a good time anyway, didn't we? We had a good talk, Philip, I think.
Yeah, we did. Thanks for saying the things you did. They really helped.
Good.
Evie, has Justin called?
No, not yet.
Why?
Well, Philip and I have been anxiously waiting to see if he'll be able to leave on vacation tomorrow.
Aunt Jackie, I still don't understand why you won't go up there if Justin goes.
It's not that I don't want to, Philip.
Then why don't you? I can teach you how to fish, and we can go swimming every day. And there's a canoe that comes with the cottage.
And I have a shop to run and responsibilities here.
But if Justin doesn't take me and you do, you'll be away from the shop anyway.
You drive a very hard bargain, young man. I'd love to stay the whole 2 weeks with you. But I really can't, Philip. Oh, you understand, don't you?
Not really.
Well, why don't I explain it while we unpack those cartons, okay?
Well, you can try, but I'd rather have both of you up there.
Look, why don't you get started, and I'll come in a few minutes. Now, everything's in the storeroom.
Yeah, the cartons are right behind the door on the left when you go in, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Well, Jackie, I think helping share some of those responsibilities of taking care of Philip is good for you.
Well, it's been so much fun. But I don't think it's such a good thing when I get so attached to another person's child.
But you were always so close to Philip when you were married to Alan. Well, you didn't seem to mind then that he was Elizabeth's child.
Well, when he dropped Philip off, Alan said he saw you at Ed's.
Yeah. Did he mention anything about what happened with Hope and all?
Oh, did he? I don't think I've ever seen him so thrown by anything. But did she just leave without any reason at all?
Well, one minute she was going in the kitchen to get a drink for Philip, and the next minute she was gone.
I wonder what could have happened. Well, Alan said he checked with Emily, and Hope hadn't gone home.
No, and Bert was pretty confused about it, too. She really didn't know why that Hope would leave without saying goodbye to anybody.
Something must have gone wrong. Oh, well. Knowing Alan, he'll send the bloodhounds out and have her back in no time.
Hey, Jackie, these things are heavy.
All right, I'm on my way, Philip.
Let me help you. Need some help?
Oh, no, I can manage. Thanks anyway.
Okay.
Hello, Eve.
Ross, how are you?
And anyway, I think the thing that finally did it for me was when Ed reminded me that I've been letting a lot of things slide so I can make time to coach from work. And I can't afford to do that. I mean, not with med school and my job here staring me in the face.
Is that what you tried to explain to Morgan?
Yeah, and I don't need to tell you how she turned that around.
Well, I think Tim will understand.
He's a lot less emotional about things, that's for sure.
Well, a lot less emotional, except when it comes to Morgan Richards, and I think he's a little overly emotional. I mean, last night, for instance, he would have never taken her to Dante's if he'd been thinking straight.
I only got myself in more hot water by suggesting they leave before somebody sees them.
Well, like I've been telling you. Told you so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi, Bert.
Bert, sit down, join us.
Just for a minute. Thank you.
I understand you all were over at Ed's swimming today?
Yeah, we were. Kelly, have you gone back there at all this afternoon?
No, why?
Well, Hope and Alan were there with Philip, and suddenly Hope left, and I haven't been able to find her.
Oh, that's strange. Have you tried her office?
Oh, yeah, several times, and I've been driving Alan's poor housekeeper crazy all afternoon, thinking that she might have gone home eventually.
Well, maybe she just had a decorating job, you know, something to keep her in all day.
No. She was supposed to work on Alan's office today. And, of course, Alan keeps leaving these important meetings to call me to find out whether I've seen her or heard from her, no?
I hope she's all right.
Yeah, so do I. It really isn't like Hope to run off like that.
Well, she may have run off, but she's back now. She just came in here. Right there.
Excuse me. Darling, are you all right?
No, I'm not, Grandma. I'm not all right at all.
Honey?
You may not believe it, but I really missed you.
I'm sure I believe that. I mean, you know, Mike's been away. I know he's been working very hard now.
Yes, he gets back this afternoon in about half an hour, in fact.
Oh, that'll be nice. It's good for you.
Yes. You know, I stopped by to ask you to have dinner tonight, maybe go out for a movie, but looks like that's not going to work out now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, too, but I may have to fly to London tonight if I can score things away with Mike. And if not tonight, tomorrow morning at the latest.
Well, that sounds glamorous. Oh, listen, Jackie's in the back there with Philip. Why don't you go talk to her about some real in places to go or something when you're there?
Eve, look, this is not a pleasure trip. I mean, it's strictly business.
I should have known.
Now, come on, I do occasionally think of things other than business.
Like what?
You. I think about you a lot.
Ross, you really don't have to say that just because we haven't seen each other.
No, that's not why I'm saying it. Now, look, hopefully, after I get back from London, I'll have a little more control over my life. And we can start seeing each other again, more regularly.
I'd like that.
So would I.
But I couldn't face Alan, Grandma, not after what I heard him say to Vanessa on the phone. I just had to get out of there and collect my thoughts.
Hope I understand how hurt you must be, but it's too bad you couldn't just confront Alan then and there. Then you wouldn't have had to go through this agony all afternoon.
But I couldn't. Don't you know that he arranged this code with his secretary so that Vanessa could talk to him anytime she wanted to? I mean, don't you know how hurtful and humiliating that is?
Yes, I know, darling. But I still think you owe Alan the right to explain the whole story himself and explain his side of it.
I already heard his side of it when he was talking to Vanessa.
No, you didn't. You heard one side of a conversation.
What does it matter? I already know what's going on. I mean, I don't have to hear what Alan's new explanation is going to be.
I want you to know that he's been absolutely frantic with worry ever since you walked out.
Good. Let him be frantic for a change.
Oh, Hope, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. And I want him to go on being frantic while I go away and try to collect my thoughts before I come back and face him.
What have you been doing with yourself all afternoon?
I got in my car, and I drove around, and I wanted to go talk to Amanda because she's the only person who understands exactly how I feel about Vanessa. But you know where she was? She was in a meeting with Alan and Vanessa all afternoon.
Well, I'm sure that you'll be able to reach her at home later.
No, I won't be able to. That's why I came to see you, to tell you what I'm going to do.
And what's that?
I am going to get in my car, and I am going to drive and drive until I find someplace where Alan will never be able to find me.
Oh, Hope, I wish you wouldn't, dear.
Grandma, I have to. Don't you see? I have got to go somewhere and collect my thoughts before I can come back here.
Haven't you learned yet that running away never solved anything?
Look, it may not solve a problem, but at least I'll have the peace and quiet to collect my thoughts.
And what about your father? He's going to be here in a little while, and he's going to want to see you.
Grandma, I can't face my father. He'll take one look at me and know exactly what's going on. And then he's going to say to me, I told you so, or I told you should have never married him, and I couldn't deal with that.
Now, you know your father would never say those things to you. You know it.
Look, maybe not, Grandma, but he would store it up and use it as evidence against Alan later on, and you know I couldn't take that, and I have too much to contend with right now.
Hope, if Alan asks, and I'm sure he will, I am not going to lie to him.
Well, you won't have to, because you're not going to know where I am. But I want you to please tell Alan not to try to find me, because he never will. And I want you to tell him, and I want you to make him promise that he won't tell my father.
And when will you be back? You must have some idea.
When I finally decide if my marriage is worth trying to save or not.
This sign will get him, this slop-squeezing shot.
It's bad breath. Doesn't give medicine breath.
Oh, that was fast.
Well, surgery went smoothly, and the patient is doing fine in recovery.
Good. Oh, you asked me to remind you Lucille Wexler's coming by at 7.
Oh, that's right. Well, that gives me an hour to wait for her.
Well, if you'd like, I'd be happy to call her up, ask her if she could come in earlier.
No, that's all right, Hillary. She probably couldn't get here much before 7 anyway.
Okay, well, I'll just have her come right to your office as soon as she gets here.
Good. Look, I will be down in the Jackie's shop, if anybody's looking for me.
Okay.
Oh, Dr. Marlowe. Sorry. Goodness.
It's all right. No harm done.
Next time, I suggest you look where you're going.
Yeah, tell me about it. All right, I came here to see if you wanted to do anything special tonight.
Anything that would lift your spirits.
Well, Ed said something about, well, I could have the group over at his house if I wanted.
Good, all right. We always have fun there.
Yeah, we do. Hey, listen, let's don't do that. Let's do something really different. Why don't we pack up the car and go up to Laurel Falls, okay? I mean, Floyd can bring his guitar, and we can always count on Nola for a few funny stories. Well, Katie's always up, so she should come with...
Wait a minute. Now, what's my contribution going to be to this little wingding you're planning?
What it always is. Gentleness and support.
Well, that seems like a pretty low-key contribution compared to everybody else's.
Not as far as I'm concerned. It's the most important one of all.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't I call Floyd and Nola before they make other plans, all right?
Terrific. And I just saw Katie down the hall, so I'll go tell her. Man, tonight I just want to hoot and holler and forget everything else, okay? I'll see you later.
Bye. Hi, is this the Reardon boarding house? Yeah, I wanted to speak to Nola Reardon. Oh, hi, Nola. I didn't recognize your voice.
Oh, Bert. I was just going to have you paid. I've been in a meeting all day, but I've been in touch with Emily.
Well, I called there several times myself.
Yeah, I just tried calling from the lobby. There was no answer, so Emily must have gone home for the day. And Hope still isn't there.
Alan, Hope came here to see me. She was very upset.
About what? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I'll explain her reasons later, but she's made a decision, and although I don't agree with it, I did promise her to pass the message along to you.
What decision?
Hope's going away for a while.
Going away? Where?
Well, I don't know, and frankly, I don't think she knew herself when she left here.
But why?
Well, she feels that she needs some time to think.
Think about what, Bert? That's what I don't understand.
Alan, Hope said that she feels she must have time to decide whether or not her marriage to you is worth saving.
Oh, good, you're still here.
Well, you can thank Philip for that.
Philip, why? Where is he?
Well, he was here all afternoon helping me unpack cartons and stock shelves. So Eve's taken him down the street to buy him a soda. And I was waiting here for them to come back so I could drive him home.
How is he?
Fine. Anxious to know what you've been able to find out about your plans for tomorrow morning.
Look, no one can accuse me of not trying to get away, but I just cannot leave, Jackie. I can't go until I know Mr. Stadford's condition is stabilized.
Oh, Philip's going to be so disappointed.
No more disappointed than I am. But look, you can still drive up there with him and stay until I get up there, can't you?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't postpone his trip to the mountains for anything in the world. Well, when do you think you'll be able to come up?
Probably in a day or two. And we can just relax and enjoy being with our son.
No, Justin. The minute you arrive, I'm coming back to Springfield.
Oh, come on, we don't have to decide that right now. Let's just wait, see what happens.
No. And my being up there is only going to make this more difficult for both of us. Now, I won't go at all unless I have your promise that you won't try to talk me into staying when you get there.
All right. But will you at least let me thank you for rearranging your schedule and taking the next few days off?
Of course. But I don't want to be thanked. I'm going to love being up there with Philip.
Well, whether you want to hear it or not, I want to thank you for being so special, for being there when Philip and I need you.
The door was open. I just let myself in.
Mike, you're back.
I dropped my bags off at my house and came right over. I hope we didn't catch you in the middle of something.
No, Mrs. Wexler went to the hospital a while ago. I was just getting some of her things ready. Oh, it's all right. She went to see Justin.
Oh. Oh. You know, you're even more beautiful than that picture of you I carried all around Europe with me.
You look very nice yourself.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
I can't believe she'd run off like that.
Alan, please, whatever happens, it's very important to hope that her father shouldn't find out about this.
Oh, Bert, I'd be the last one to tell Mike that I'm responsible for her going off like that. But you've got to believe me. She completely misconstrued what I was saying to Vanessa on the telephone.
Alan, I'm not judging you, and I'm not judging Hope's reaction. But I think any wife would be upset if she found out that her husband had arranged some sort of code with the secretary so that he'd know when another woman was trying to reach him.
But she knows that my relationship with Vanessa is strictly business.
She also knows that Vanessa is a very beautiful woman.
The only reason I thought of this code idea in the first place is because Hope was so unreasonably jealous of Vanessa a few weeks ago.
I know.
And even then, I was worried that it was going to backfire. Now it has.
I just wish that Hope could have faced you so you could have explained all this to her yourself.
So do I. Do you have any idea where she is?
None whatsoever, or I'd tell you.
I know you would. But how am I supposed to reason with my wife if I can't even find her?
Alan, may I give you one little piece of advice?
Anything.
When Hope does come back, before she has a chance to say anything, just take her in your arms and tell her how much you love her. That's really all she wants to hear.
Bert, it'll be the easiest thing in the world, because I love your granddaughter more than I thought I could love another human being.
Well, in that case, no matter how long it takes, you and Hope will be able to work everything out. I'm sure you will.
What happened to all of our things?
Oh, Mike is taking them out to the car.
Oh. Is he going to drive you out to the house?
No, I'm going to follow him out there in my car and over to Hope's, and then we're going to pick up some boxes in the basement there and take them over to the bungalow. Why don't you leave a note for Tim and come along with me in my car?
Oh, no thanks. He can drive me over when he gets here.
Okay. Except that we might have left for dinner by then.
Well, it's okay. You gave me a key. And don't worry, we're just going to stay home and study.
Well, I wasn't worried. I just want to make sure you had dinner, that's all.
Okay.
Did you get everything in, Mike?
Yeah, I think so. It was a little tight. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I understand that was quite a party that Tim threw for you.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. And, oh, thank you for calling me from Europe and wishing me happy birthday and the present.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Why don't you show Mike what Tim gave you?
Oh, yeah, here. This bracelet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is great.
Yeah, he said next Christmas and on my next birthday I get a charm until the whole thing's full.
Good idea.
Oh, and look. This is what Jennifer gave me.
Oh, wow. They look like they're old, too, huh?
Oh, they are. And very. And in the back, there's little diamond chips in the clasp.
Oh, see, that's terrific. That's wonderful.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Say, if you don't mind, I'm going to have to stop by my office. I talked to Laney, and she said Ross wants to talk to me about something very important.
Oh, well, maybe we better hurry then, huh?
Well, excuse me. I'm going to go out and wait for Tim. Have a nice dinner.
Thank you. See you later. So, you ready?
Yes, except one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we go. Before you left, you told me to keep my eyes and ears open about anything unusual that might occur between Mrs. Wexler and Ross Marler.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Wexler left very unexpectedly on a trip. And she left a note with Amanda and Ben saying that Ross Marler would explain everything.
Yeah, did he?
Well, yes, except, now that I think about it, what he told Man and Ben didn't make much sense.
Well, how's that?
Well, he said that Mrs. Wexler was going to go to Dallas to be examined by a specialist about these headaches she's been having. He said when she came back last night, I noticed the airline tags on her luggage said Palm Beach, and the new articles of clothing that she bought all had Palm Beach labels in them.
Well, isn't it possible she came back through Florida?
Yes, I thought about that, but, you know, something tells me that even though Mrs. Wexler and Ross Mahler seem to be thrilled about the marriage of Ben and Amanda, they're only pretending.
Justin, thank you so much for seeing me on such short notice.
I thought we were going to meet at my office.
Well, yes, we were, but when I asked your nurse where you were, she said you were in the cardiac care unit, so I just wanted to make sure that you knew I was here.
Well, we can go to my office now.
Were you looking in on that man Ross mentioned, the one from Canada that you did emergency surgery on?
Yes, I was. I must confess, Ross's preoccupation with this patient of mine and helping find relatives is something I just don't understand.
I'm sure he was just trying to help.
For smells in my rug.
Your trip to London came up all of a sudden.
Yes, it did.
You know, it's strange. I opened all your correspondence, and I never noticed that you had a client in London.
Well, Lainey, there are such things as new clients in the legal profession. Did you know that?
Is that why you're going to London? You've got a new client.
Yes. And then I'm going to do a favor for Justin while I'm there.
What kind of favor?
Look, do you want me to sign these so you can get out or not?
It's all right. I talked to Eve earlier. She said that you'd come by the shop today.
I did, but please, no more questions. And, Lainey, no advice on the subject, all right?
Sure. Did you find those messages from Lucille Wexler I left on your desk?
Mm-hmm, all 4 of them.
Did you read...
And no, I have not called her back yet.
You certainly are becoming very indifferent to one of your wealthiest clients.
No, not at all. But it's high time that Mrs. Wexler learned that I have other clients to worry about than herself. Never mind, I will get it. Ross Mahler. No, I'm sorry. Micah is not here right now, but I'm sure if you call back after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, he'll... No, I'm sorry. What did you say your name was? Yes, of course. Yes, Mr. Sanchez. Now, look, we haven't met, but I'm Mike's partner, and he's filled me in on all the help that you've given him trying to find proof that Alan Spaulding was connected to Roger Thorpe. Yes, absolutely, Mr. Sanchez. Now, I'm sure Mike will think it's as important as you do, so I'll get a hold of him tonight, and I'll have him call you. Now, yes, all I need is your number. What's your number there?
You can get this filled in the morning, Lucille. The directions will be on the label.
Thank you.
Now, your heart sounds fine to me, and the echocardiogram didn't show anything that we have to worry about.
What a relief.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I've told you a number of times before. You have to avoid any type of emotional stress at all costs.
I know. Thank you. Are you going to be leaving soon?
Yeah. Do you need a lift?
No, as a matter of fact, I was going to offer you one. I have a car and driver downstairs.
Well, that's very nice of you. I'm not traveling in that type of luxury, but I do have my car in the parking lot. How are Ben and Amanda?
Oh, they're just fine, thank you.
Good. I'm sorry, Lucille. Was there something else?
No. No, Justin. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
You know, I think I like that little bungalow more every time I see it.
So do I.
I hope you're not upset that I didn't ask Tim and Morgan to go to dinner with us, but I thought, well, this is my first night back, and that we should spend the time together.
No, I don't mind. Morgan has a lot of studying to do.
Yeah, well, Tim's a pretty bright guy. I think he's going to help get her through those exams.
I hope so.
And another thing, don't worry about my saying anything to Ross about what we talked about earlier.
Oh, no, of course not. Besides, it's just my instincts.
Well, keep trusting your instincts and keep your eyes and ears open, because if my partner is not to be trusted, I would like to know it now before I confided him even more.
You know, I feel the same way about Mrs. Wexler. She's been so good to me ever since I went to work for her.
Well, why shouldn't she be? You're a nice person.
You might not say that if you knew me better.
You know, we're going to change that tonight.
Oh?
Yeah. You're right. I really don't know an awful lot about you, but tonight I think we should devote our entire dinner conversation to you telling me more about you. I mean, brothers, fathers, mothers, uncles, aunts, sisters,
wait.
the whole bit.
I would just bore you to tears.
And don't think you're going to use that for an excuse. Because tonight, Jennifer Richards, you're going to tell me the story of your life, whether you want to or not.
Delicious decaffeinated Sanka brand. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy yourself.
This has been the award-winning Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Janie Jamaica Estates, and Barney's.